Hey guys, Joyce and Anthony aka JJ. For this video, we'll be making 3 animals, a lion, a zebra, and a meerkat in this quick safari inspired scene. For this video, we're going to be hand drawing and then using the deep paint add-on, which is different from the previous video where we used a mesh and then use a deep paint add-on to draw on top of the mesh. Okay, so let's get started from the beginning. I'll be using Blender 4.3.2 and just a general file, and I'm clicking X to delete the default cube. For these studies, I need it to be in front view, and I want the reference image to be on the left. So I'm gonna open that, change it to image editor, and then open. And here is my reference image of the lion. And I'm going to go to my deep paint add-on under GP to mesh. I'm just click the plus, and I'm just going to use just a regular pen, and I'm just going to first outline the lion and then color it in. And this is what it looks like when it's done. I'm just going to stay organized, and yeah, I'm just rechanging that to lion. So I'm just going to repeat this process for the other 2 animals, for the meerkat and the zebra. Okay, here are my finished. There's the lion, there's the, I need to scale that way down. There's the lion and the zebra. Let me scale that down. Now that I finished drawing, I want these to go from 2D to 3D. I'm going to select my lion and click E, GP to line mesh. And there you go, that's my lion. I need to definitely smooth it out. Right now I'm clicking decimate to see. No, okay, I'm going to go to sculpt mode. And if you watched the previous video, it's shortcut R to enable remesh, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just playing around with to see what number, and then I'm clicking Control R, and that definitely helps smoothing out. I could go in and hold down Shift to smooth it out more, but I'm gonna kind of keep it like that. I'm gonna repeat that for the other 2 animals. So I'm gonna click my meerkat, shortcut E, and then GP to line mesh. Okay, so it remembered my meerkat when it was huge, and I forgot to click apply all transforms. So let me repeat that, E. So there you go. That's why applying all transforms, anytime you adjust a mesh, it's important to always click apply all transforms, so it will remember your most recent animal, or in this instance, your animal. So I'm going to do the same thing for the zebra, making sure I click apply all transforms, and then again shortcut E, GP to line mesh. And then kind of looks like it's guts inside. Okay, R for remesh, I think that's good. And then Control R. Again, like I have draw enabled, but I can hold down Shift to smooth it out, but I kind of like how it's a little bit rough. All 3 of my animals have gone from 2D now to 3D. Now my favorite part is the coloring. So I'm going to select my animal, and then, oh, actually I'm going to change to rendered view, sorry. I'm going to click my animal and then click DPM, deep paint material, and go into vertex paint, and I'm just going to start coloring it in. I'm getting ahead of myself. First, let me find a base color and make that set as the vertex color. Now let me go in and add the colors for the lion. Okay, this is fine for now for vertex paint, but to add in the smaller details like the eyes and like the teeth, I added a grease pencil, and yeah, I'm gonna go in and add those details. I just clicked under GP tools. I guess I'll use like the rough texture brush. This is my finished lion. Looks a little feisty, and that was the same process that I did for the zebra and the meerkat. And technically right now I'm done, but I want to add just like a quick like background. So I'm gonna use a mesh plane in the ground, and I just clicked S20 to scale it, and I'm just clicking DPM for the plane. And let me go to vertex paint. I want the ground. Originally I was gonna have it like grass, but playing around with it more, I kind of want it to be more like, you know, you're at a safari. Let me set vertex color. Remember earlier how I said how like every time you adjust, always click apply all transforms? That's what I need to click. So once I do that, the ground goes back to normal. And this is me in vertex paint, and I'm again playing around with it. I just don't like it how the way it looks right now. It's too dark, so I just completely redid it. And I do like this, you know, sandy color, but eventually I'm gonna go in with some, you know, light green to represent some light grass. And always make sure you save. Blender does crash. I want there to be more texture on the ground, so let me click, I'll click that brush, and let me change the drawing plane to front. So I have the stroke placement at origin and the drawing plane at front, and I need it to be, let me see what it looks like. Let me turn on fill. And I played with the color, but right here it doesn't really matter, so I'm going to change it anyway. So that's good. I'm just drawing one blade of grass, and then I'm going to click fill mesh, so it just filled it from a 2D to a 3D. And let me click deep paint material and go to vertex paint. I'm going to make this like have kind of like a gradient effect, like green at the top, kind of like an orangish color at the bottom. The deep paint add-on has a way to make that single blade of grass repeat across the whole plane. I'm gonna come back to that. So I'm gonna select the plane and go back to vertex paint, because this is where I go in and add some more green to again to make it look a little bit more like a safari. I really love gradient, if you cannot tell. So let's go back to my blade of grass. So it's selected. I'm gonna go down to utility and click tree gin, and then under object, grass, and there you go. It's kind of like the array modifier, but just a lot more settings to play with. And let me, it's kind of hard to see. I play around a lot with the density. Let me deselect the overlay so we can see the grass. It's still too sparse, so I need to continue to play with the density. I think that's fine. And if you watched my previous video, I love a good mountain, so I'm just gonna add some mountains in the background. I have the settings to 3D cursor and then front. Let me draw that. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go from draw mode to object mode. Make sure my mountains are selected, and then I'm going to from grease pencil to fill mesh, and then DPM, and like I've done previously, going to vertex paint to color. I want it to be similar to the plane. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep coloring in the mountains. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched the previous video, I said that I just need a lot more practice when it comes to, well, not only sculpting, but just animals in general. I really don't do that very much. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Joyce and Anthony, aka JJ. Until next time.